Hey guys, it's ANicWin, also known as Amy, and happy Sunday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am building in Oasis Springs, and as you could tell from the title of the video, this is a mid-century modern moment. I am calling it that for two reasons. One, because I could, and two, because the exterior is definitely mid-century modern, but the interior, it's debatable, it's questionable. I'm not really sure if I accomplished it, but I tried. This home, much like the base game starter home from last week, is an experiment. I had never tried this style before. I wanted to try my hand at it, as I say the word try twice in a sentence. And I think it came out well. I'm not 100% certain that I achieved what I set out to achieve, but I achieved something. So I'm not mad. I'm not upset. This is a learning experience for me. And, you know, I'm definitely going to attempt this style again. I don't know if it will be a video, but we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. But I had a lot of fun making it, even though I didn't fully understand what I was doing, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Pinterest and Google helped me a lot. So my initial backstory for this build, it changed, but I'm going to tell you the original inspiration was that this would be a single sim, a man, a grumpy one, the grumpy variety, if you will, living here. He's retired. This is his final home. You know, he's not going to purchase, he's not going to move again unless it's for, you know, medically necessary. And he's come here to Willow Creek, which to me is the Florida of the Sims worlds, to just live out his retirement days in peace and fish. That's what he enjoys doing. He likes to fish. When he's not fishing, he's planning his next fishing vacation. I mean, that's just his thing. And who are we to judge? We're not. So that was my thought going into it. And then as I'm fleshing this out, somewhere along the way, I was like, no, a couple lives here. They're still older. This is still definitely not a starter home, although you could use it as one if you really wanted to. But yeah, I thought a couple definitely lives here. So as you can see, I backed up the lot to the back of the perimeter there. I didn't think a backyard in this home would look good just because the backyard isn't very aesthetically pleasing. So I made that choice and I've given them a front yard, and I don't typically do that. I don't typically put things in the front yard just because it's exposed, and I think that you would want a little bit of privacy. And I also wanted to point out, like, you see me merging plants together a lot for two reasons. Like I merged the lavender and that tall, the grass, wild grass, whatever it is. I do it to make them look fuller, but also to kind of create something that we don't have in game. Because if you use the same things over and over again, it gets a little bit, I don't want to say the word redundant, but kind of. So then we're jumping into the interior here, and the kitchen I honestly loved more than I thought I would love, if that makes any sort of sense. So you can't really tell from the angle that I'm building at, but it is on a platform, so it's raised by one. So I sectioned it off. Let's backtrack. Because it's an open space, I did the floor plan off camera, but it's an open space. I used half wall to sort of section the kitchen from the rest of the build, and it looked odd being flush against the floor. Don't ask me why. And the platform just sort of elevated it enough that it made it look like it was its own room, I guess is what I'm trying to say, but not very eloquently. And then I did add a closet. Now your sim will use that as it's intended to be used, as a closet, but in my head, just so we're all on the same page, is that it was meant to be a laundry room, which is similar to my actual laundry room. It's like right off the kitchen. And it's got doors just like that. But that was the thought there. But of course, if you wanted to play with laundry, you would have to actually put a laundry room in this build, which I almost did and did not. Settle for a closet instead. I couldn't make it work with the floor plan. Yeah, the kitchen is coming together nicely. I did use a little bit of pink and yellow. I just imagine that the wife is probably an ex-school teacher or a like retired state worker or something like that, and she's just fully embraced the teaching lifestyle, or not the teaching lifestyle, the homemaker lifestyle. So this is her domain. She didn't come to play around, man. She's like here. She means business in the kitchen. And it turned out really cute. I actually really like the kitchen. I like this whole build. This area though, guys, this is it. This is the area that sparked joy for me. I knew immediately as soon as I made the bump out what I was going to put here. Like I knew that duck was going to go there. I knew I was going to use sunflowers, and I knew I was going to use that wallpaper. And I almost built it first. And I was like, no, start in a room that makes sense. Don't just like go full, don't go full ham. So I made myself wait, but I don't know if you noticed, I jumped. I was like, yes, bump out time. The fireplace is usable. You can't sit and enjoy the fire because all of the seating is facing away from it, but it is a cute little cozy area and I enjoy it very much. Then I'm just going in, I gave them a little computer area. As you can see, I leaned that bat up against the wall. I'm thinking maybe that's home security. He strikes me as the type that would be a little bit like aware of the ways of the world. And just adding some clutter to this bookshelf. It's already fairly cluttered, so I didn't need to add a lot, but I wanted to add some just to make it look a little bit fuller, including an urn. I don't know why I added an urn. It's a little bit depressing looking back on it, a little bit morbid, but there we go. Now that plant and that wall decoration that I just added, those don't stay. I'm fully aware that they don't match anything in the build, and I don't really know why I placed them, so just ignore it because they leave. And you'll see that at the end I spliced the footage in, so you got to see me be like, nah. The living room is cute. Okay, so I made the decision to face the face the living room towards the kitchen and not towards the fireplace because I thought it was going to give me more room for the TV, one, and I like the idea that the living room, it's more social, it's more open. So if he's sitting watching TV and she's cooking, like they can still sit independently doing their own things, but they can see each other. It's kind of like spending time together. I imagine they don't talk a lot, which may sound depressing, but I think they have comfortable moments of silence. Like she works on her hobbies, he works on his, and like they're fine. They have an understanding, they're comfortable. If that makes any sense whatsoever. And then we're jumping into the bathroom here, and as you'll notice, there is more pink. I wanted to be consistent with that and bring that all the way through, but I didn't want the build to be totally pink. And I didn't want to use the same tiles because that would have been too matchy. And I think this is a pretty good balance. Feel free to let me know if I overdid it. But I think it strikes a fairly decent balance. And I didn't give them a shower. I gave them a tub, which if they're older may not have been a great idea, but I imagine I would rather sit than stand and take a shower if I'm elderly, but I don't know. Maybe a tub is a little bit risky because you have the risk of falling. I don't know. Maybe I didn't think that one all the way through. So I'm doing the hallway now. I wasn't going to add a hallway, but I needed to break up the space a little bit more because if I just had the bedroom door on the wall, it was going to look a little too open, and I didn't like that. So this gives them a little bit more privacy. Then we jump into the bedroom. Again, I pull that pink and the yellow all the way through. The walls I don't leave as a bright white. I was going to, because I liked it. I have the hiccups, I don't know if you can hear it. I was gonna leave it as the bright white, but in screenshots it just looks so odd and unfinished, and I wasn't comfortable with it, so I changed it. And you'll see that here in just a moment. I'm pretty sure I spliced that in somewhere along here. But I changed it to a gray actually, and I changed a few other elements out in the living space because I don't know, sometimes you finish a build and you're like, wait, honestly this could be done better. So I don't think there's any shame in going back in and changing things ever. So yeah, see, here I am splicing. I briefly almost made the room blue. Like I really almost did it. It was like, nah, gray. Gray is the way to go. And I add that pig to the corner. I just called it a pig because I'm from Kentucky and I have an accent. But that pig in the corner of the room, for some reason, that cracked me up and it still makes me chuckle. I'm just adding the rest of the elements here. I'm personalizing it a little bit to their personalities because at this point I've really thought about this family and I really do think I'm going to make them, and I might post that. I'm not savvy with cast, but I might post a cast video for you guys. I think that would be fun. A little fun treat. But I am going to leave you guys here. Enjoy the rest of the build. I will see you next Sunday when I post my next video. As always, feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. And in the meantime, have a lovely rest of your day. Bye, guys.
It's been you all along, but I've been too caught up to see it, baby. We can have it all. If I just could get myself together, I'm not wasting another minute. If it goes up in flames, I'll take the pain. If I never try to get it, I can just forget it. I'm done playing